안녕하세요, critics RatedT.S.M, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about hair. But first, I want to thank you guys for something. I've been on YouTube for 1.5 years at this point. Yeah, about 1.5 years. And I finally have 100 subscribers, so thank you guys. For the people who go around saying that that's not a lot or make it seem like it's not a big deal, as people just do. The thing is, that's a big deal for me because that's a milestone that I finally reached. And the thing is, I want to post more and be more consistent. The thing is, considering I haven't been as consistent as I would like to be with YouTube, I'm actually just very ecstatic that I finally have 100 subscribers. So when YouTube sent me that little email like, you have 100 subscribers, blah blah blah, that was great. Okay, I'm saving that email, even though I tried to do better with deleting all my emails. That said, before I get my hair re-straightened, I wanted to talk about having natural hair in Korea. For those of you who don't know, I lived in South Korea for 6 months for my study abroad. I was supposed to live there for 10, but I lived there from end of August to beginning of March. So, that's why I did not get there to live there for 10, if you can figure that one out. As for dealing with my natural hair, so I got my hair straightened for when I went because I just didn't want to, deal with it the first couple of days, just have to be relaxed. Besides, for me at least, it's easier just to deal with my hair straightened so I don't have to worry about making it look nice and whatnot when I go on long haul flights. And that was the first time I had my hair straightened since, I would say, maybe my freshman year in high school. So yeah, I guess I had gone, from 14 all the way till 20. So I guess about 6 years since I had dealt with straightened hair, maybe a little less than 6 years potentially. But either way, I didn't even get my hair straightened for when I went to Japan. But then I realized, yeah, it would be a good idea so I don't have to deal with it and just keep it nice and neat. But while I was there, I just dealt with my natural hair. And I have 4B hair. It doesn't really look like that now because since I've been getting my hair straightened since I came home in March from London, because I moved to London too, but that's not really relevant to my point. Because in London, you can find products that I had in the US. Not all of them, but still they have left. So I digress. But my hair is, because I've been straightening it, texture in some parts is definitely permanently changed. So until obviously it grows out. But yeah, I'll talk more about why I was getting my hair straightened later. I want to be very clear. I'm making this video for the people like me who keep searching all over the place for videos about people who live with their natural, curly or kinky hair while in Korea, whether you're black or non-black or biracial, whatever. And the thing is, I couldn't find anything. I found maybe one very obscure video. And I'm not saying that my video isn't going to get lost or anything, but thing is, if someone looks it up, hopefully, you can find some advice and tips beyond just bring your own hair care products, because not only is that not always feasible, sometimes you just run out. I thought I brought enough clothes to Korea, and when I got to Korea, I realized, oh my gosh, I did not bring as much clothes as I needed, so I had to go buy clothes, which is not what I planned to do. First and foremost, the tip that you always get and should heed is bring your own hair care products. So I brought my own shampoos, conditioners, and what else? My own gel and other things like that, like my own hairbrush, comb, whatever. So I brought all of my own stuff. And let me actually tell you my experience of using Korean products, because the thing is, again, some people may forget that stuff, or maybe it'll get stolen from TSA, because TSA, I swear, TSA stole my deodorant, okay? I bought deodorant. It's nowhere in my house. It's nowhere in my suitcases. Could not find it when I got to Korea. Could not find it when I was leaving Korea. In London, nothing. I could not find it my entire journey. And I checked before I left. I was like, okay, my deodorant is here. So listen, any number of things can happen. Prepare for that. And prepare that maybe it might burst in your bag and blust all over the place. What I did was I taped everything down so that when I put it in and put it inside of plastic bags, so that when I put it inside of there, it wouldn't, I would still have all of my precious hair care products. So I actually was pretty solid for the next year. I had 2 bottles of shampoo and some bar shampoo, and a bottle of shampoo, a bottle of conditioner, and a bar shampoo. So that was pretty much should have covered me for the entire time there. Next, I want to talk about actually using shampoos and conditioners from Korea. They're terrible. Maybe they work if you have straight hair, but even my friend her hair is not exactly straight. It's like kind of wavy, but still, like, she used shampoos and conditioners there, and she said that they were terrible. I think she went and got some of the foreign ones because of how bad they were. And I actually used it once too. So I went to a Jjimjilbang and I didn't intend to wash my hair, but I didn't bring any shampoo and conditioner. Oh my gosh, that shampoo stripped my hair. It was bone dry, and the conditioner did little to nothing to save it. Moreover, I noticed this to be the same case with their body wash. Their body wash, even though it said for sensitive skin, actually broke me out in a wretched rash. It was just really intense. My first night there, because I just didn't feel like getting out my own body wash, and it didn't even work. I mean, I didn't feel it suds up, nothing. So now, again, I have to reiterate, it's not always feasible for you to just bring as much stuff as possible, because the thing is, I think I was only able to bring as much stuff as possible because of the fact that I brought so few clothes, or I brought things that were just extremely light and able to just stuff them in there, whereas my toiletries is probably the heaviest thing that I brought. As for people who can't because they just want to bring way too many clothes, or they just, want to buy it there, or you run out, because again, that kind of stuff happens. There are definitely easy to find places you can get it. For one, I found even like Nivea stuff, even at the GS25, which is a very popular convenience store in South Korea, right near my home. And right in the area that I lived in, it's very Korean. I mean, I saw basically no foreigners. The only foreigners are probably pretty much the people who lived inside of my host family's house. So if I can find it there, it's, Nivea, at least in my experience, is relatively easy to find. Maybe you don't like Nivea, or maybe you just want something from a person who owns a Black-owned business. Well, they do exist and you can find them. I would just suggest you do tons of research online to find out who some of these people are, because I forgot their name, and I actually believe I saved their site somewhere, but I must have gotten rid of it. They actually had this website for Black girls living in Korea and hair care products, and one of those things they had was tsubaki oil, and I wanted to buy their tsubaki oil, but the thing is, I forgot what the website was called by the time I got there. But even if you don't want to go way out of your way to a different city or something just to find a really good Black stylist, or go find a Black-owned business that will sell you good hair care products, you can still go look up these places online and have them shipped to your house, most likely. Furthermore, you can use Amazon in Korea. I don't know that you have to make an Amazon Korea account, just like I would have to make an Amazon Japan account to shop from Japan. And I know with Amazon Japan, you have to pay a whole border customs fee and things like that so they can do everything for you. Whereas in Amazon Korea, don't really know what the difference would be personally. However, I do know that there are a lot of companies that maybe you might be interested in that also do ship to Korea. You could also use Amazon in Korea. So I don't know that Amazon has an Amazon Korea thing going on. I like Amazon has Amazon Japan, but you could only buy stuff on Amazon from Japan if you make a separate from your Amazon in the US, wherever you live, account from your Amazon Japan account, because I tried to buy something from Japan and I made an Amazon Japan account and it didn't even work anyway because they don't ship that item. However, you can buy some things from Amazon Japan if you're willing to pay that massive shipping fee. The shipping fee for what I wanted was not that big, but that's not the point. Not the point. The point is, if you need stuff in Korea, you could get stuff through Amazon, among other places like eBay, or you could look up different companies that will ship to Korea. I don't know that FD will ship to Korea. I know they have regional partners in Japan and Hong Kong, but they're a bar shampoo brand that I wanted to try, because apparently it's really good for your hair and things like that. But just look at different companies all around the world that'll ship to you, or just buy stuff within Korea. You could also look at Gmarket. I personally never used Gmarket, but I've heard of people I've heard the girl whose video I watched, I heard her say that she found stuff on Gmarket. Because the thing is, if you're gonna be there for more than a year, like, no matter how long you're gonna be there, like, especially for people who've been there for 6+ years, whatever, you're definitely not gonna be able to pack that much in your suitcase. And the thing is, your family might not want to send it to you. I mean, I did get something sent to me from Korea, but the thing I got sent was just a piece of plastic that I needed. So that versus a care package, you know, your family might not have the money or might not be willing to do it either way. So you never know. I mean, even if you pay them, you just don't know what will happen, whether or not your family is going to do it or be willing to do it. But that's also an option if your family is willing to do it, to send you that stuff. But that can get pretty pricey over time. So, because I believe it cost my grandma $14 to ship something to Korea, and you have to be very precise with the address. So, you know, just saying. Now, as for why I started straightening my hair again after I came home from London, well, while I was in Korea, I used this gel called EcoStyle Gel. EcoStyle Gel is the worst gel ever. I highly recommend no one buy it. But I used it, and well, it made my hair fall. And the thing is, I just overused it. It was too much or whatever. I don't really know. But the thing is, it took me too long to realize, you know, maybe this gel is making my hair come out. And I ate too many Brazil nuts. So if you eat too many of them, your hair can fall out. Yes. Just be careful eating Brazil nuts. If the package says eat 10, no, that's a lie. Only eat maybe 1 or 2. Okay, when I eat Brazil nut now, I just eat 1 a day. I don't even like the way they taste, but the selenium, you know, is good for your thyroid or whatever. But yeah, you know, because of that now, I started straightening my hair, and I just go back to whenever I do use gel, when my hair is, you know, starting to frizz up around the edges, I just go back to using, you know, my regular jam, because jam is conditioning and jam has always been good for me, and jam has never made my hair hard or fall out. So, you know, make sure you bring any and all things that you're used to using when you go to Korea, because sometimes you want to bring some new stuff. You're like, oh, I want to try something new. And I was that person. I don't know if people actually do that, but I know that I was that person that decided I want to try some new products from home while I'm in Korea that I might like when I go back home, and that was a terrible idea. So I'm here to warn you, bring what you're used to, or if you're going to try something new, try it, I would say at least a month before you head off to Korea and commit to actually buying that stuff. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you again for the 100 subscribers, and I just really am happy, you know, that I apparently made this much of an impact on somebody's lives over these 1.5 years that 100 people decided to subscribe to my content. I will try to be more consistent. I can make no promises, because the thing is, I believe expectations equal disappointment, and I believe the same goes for promises sometimes. You know, I do believe promises can be kept, but the thing is, you know, it's not like it's been prophesied by God that this is what will happen. So yeah, also, I just didn't have my stick up here, so that's why I'm holding it with my hands. But, shitsureshimasu, critics.